Hey Houseguests, welcome to today's Big Brother Over the Top, I almost said 18, updates and spoilers. Our houseguest today is John Shuan. Did I say that wrong? I'm pretty sure I said it wrong last time too, but thank you so much for your continued support. I suck. You're awesome. If you guys want me to butcher your name too, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so Scott got the care package yesterday, and that turned his whole world upside down. He had to completely change what he was going to do this week to go along with it. So he was sharing his new plan with Justin, and he was like, listen, I want to pick the double veto. Here's why. So he's explaining how, you know, he doesn't want to risk his targets both winning the veto, and he doesn't want to use the other options. I explained it more yesterday. So he was like, I'm going to have to put up 2 pawns, but not you. You're still good. Don't worry. And Justin's just like, that's some intricate shit. And then, for some reason, Justin never wants to talk game with Scott other than being like, I got you. I already know. You got me. Like, he doesn't want to know who Scott is nominating. So he was just like, you got those Sour Patch Kids? So Scott's like, the end result's going to still hopefully be the same. You know, he's going after the showmans. And Justin's like, yeah, I'm just here, like, did you open those snacks yet? So, Scott is asking him, like, if you were to win the power of veto, you would use it, right? Because he wants to replace those pawns with his true targets, which are Danielle and Shane. And Justin's like, I don't want the responsibility if I win POV. And Scott's trying to tell him, like, you're not the one putting somebody up, you're just saving someone, like, relax. So then Justin is trying to explain Scott's new plan to Jason. This was so freaking funny because Justin was up on the sky bridge and Jason was like downstairs in the kitchen area, and Justin is just like shouting Scott's plan. Luckily everyone was outside at the time, but still it was just like really funny to watch. So Justin was like, yeah, Scott's going for the number 2 thing, which he means the second veto option, which is the double veto, but it just sounded funny, the number 2 thing. So then Jason was like, I don't get that, like, it doesn't make sense to me because he could potentially have to put up 4 people on the block, and that's going to piss a lot of people off, and why wouldn't he just pick Diamond POV and make a deal with whoever wins? So Jason is really nervous that this is not going to be good for them. He could see himself and Justin going up as pawns, and Justin's like, oh, it's all good. Scott has some sort of evil scheme. So then Jason, let's change gears a little bit. Jason was cleaning and vacuuming in the lounge room in the afternoon, and he noticed that the crackle stash was missing from under the couches. So he reports the missing crackle bars to the late night jamboree in the Tokyo room, and they're like, what? They found them? So they go looking for them. Neely finds them a few minutes later in one of the drawers in the Tokyo room. They're doing their celebration dance, crackle wars. So they re-hide them under Shelby's bed, because they're like, she's never going to look under her own bed. I don't know about that. But anyway, that was only the beginning of their hijinks. Jason, this is disgusting. Jason and Shane were rubbing their freaking armpits on Shelby's pillowcase. That is so disgusting and so messed up. Then Shane was hiding a bottle of Coke and a pillow. They're rubbing their pits on the girls' clothes. It's really gross. Ugh, I can't condone that behavior. So then Morgan, this is kind of funny, Morgan was moving her blankets and stuff to Shelby's bed because she's almost done being a have-not, so they're going to share that bed now. And Shelby's like, I feel like maybe we should change the pillows, because she was suspicious that the other people were like farting on her pillowcase, so she'd get pink eye. That's so sad. I don't know what's sadder, someone actually farting on a pillowcase, or like her thinking that that's a possibility, and it actually is kind of a possibility. So she's asking Justin, like, who was sitting on my bed? Did they do something to my pillowcases? And Justin's like, no, nobody was sitting on your bed. Okay, they didn't do the pillowcase fart, but like the armpits, still, that's disgusting. So anyway, it was time for the live diary room sessions, and here are the questions. Number 1, how does the outcome of the HOH comp affect your gameplay this week? Number 2, what's your game plan for the week, and how has your strategy changed since your last live DR session? Number 3, who's the biggest threat to your game and why? Number 4, What do you think about America's Care Package this week? You know, the power that it holds and who got it. The next one, I forgot what number I'm on. What do you think will happen with nominations this week? Next, what's your strategy this week for staying off the block? And then last but not least, anything else you want to share? Okay, so that was fun. While the live DRs were going on, Scott filled Jason in on his plan, and he was like, this is what's up. I'm targeting Shane this week. So he's telling Jason how Shane turned his back on him when he decided to vote out Cornbread and Monty because they had like this 4 guys alliance that they put together on the first night. And Jason's like soaking in all this info. But Jason brings up he's worried, like, are the Plastics actually going to vote out Shane over Danielle? Because like none of them like Danielle. So are they actually going to go through with that? Scott's like, yes, I think they're going to do what I want this week. It's all good. So Jason's like, all right, I'm down. So they agree. They're not going to go after each other. Okay, let's take a break from the game for a minute to talk about Whitney's birthday celebration. Woo! So, Big Brother gave the house guests like 2 bottles of wine, a few expired beers. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure they were expired. That's gross. They didn't give them cake mix? What? So, Justin was trying to make like cookies and stuff. And the house guests were like begging for more alcohol because they were trying to get turns. But they didn't really need that much because they still had lap dance time for Whitney. So she's sitting in that chair. Scott busts out of the HOH room. He's all, is there a birthday girl in the house? So he's walking down the stairs, taking off his shirt, and Big Brother goes, Scott, please put on your microphone. It was really funny. So then there were some undie dances from Scott in his tighty whities from the care package. I hope you watched those first. Ah! Jason, who like really went for it. It was crazy. And then Shane, who, I'm sorry, but like Shane is so boring. I don't like Shane and Danielle. All right. So then after that, Jason was pounding on the table to make a dance beat so that they could have a dance party. And it got so rowdy that a glass fell off the table and broke. So that kind of ended the party for a little while. But then Justin started singing a song for Whitney. It was all like, baby girl, get down. I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was sort of like that. It was like a slow jam birthday song kind of thing. So then the house guests were like begging to go outside. They wanted some fresh air. You know, so eventually the indoor lockdown ended and they went outside and saw that Big Brother gave them a grill. No way. So then the party was pretty much over after Whitney smoked a cigarette and got sick. Oh my god, it sounds like a sad like high school party or something. Okay, so then Morgan got to eat at midnight. It's funny, right? She's not a have-not anymore. Good for you, Morgan. Back to the game. Jason tells his crew about Scott's plan. So at first he was just telling Neely and Chrissy. He had told Shane a little while earlier when they were getting ready for the lap dances. And of course Shane was pissed about it. Neely and Chrissy were also not really down with this plan because they know that they're going to be the pawns to go up on the block this week. They're not feeling it. And also Jason tells them about the 4-guy alliance and they're like, what? And then, you know, the one person who was really upset about it was Danielle because she was pissed that Shane didn't tell her. Yeah. Anyway, Danielle was being really cocky though because she's assuming that America's going to nominate someone from the other side and she's like, Scott better hope that America's nominee wins the power veto or whatever because if not, we're just going to vote that person out. Please, America. It would be so much fun to nominate someone from the Late Night Jamboree. I'm just saying. You know, I love Jason. I love Justin, Neely, and Chrissy. Okay, Neely, yes. Chrissy, but maybe like, let's maybe put one of the showmans up there. So then the Late Night Jamboree is outside, minus Shane and Danielle, and the 4 of them agree they're going to be keeping themselves safe over the showmans. So if one of them is up there on the block with someone from the showmans, bye Shane or Danielle. Yeah, all right. You can't really argue with that because the showmance is always going to look out for each other first. So then last night, Scott also pulled Neely up to the HOH room to chat. And he was like, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to pull that deal that I offered you off the table because America's Care Package really messed things up. I have to change my plan. So he's explaining this plan to her. she's already heard it from Jason, but she's just like, okay. She just okayed him like the whole time. And he was like, I can't say who I'm putting up, but you're not gonna be happy with it. She's going. Okay, so that was pretty much it for that conversation. Today, they had the have-not reveal, and the smart people were loading up on food before the announcement. Good for you. And then we find out that America voted for Danielle, Shelby, and Alex to be have-nots this week. So, of course, Shane is already planning on sleeping in the have-not room with Danielle. Oh my god, can you not spend 5 minutes apart? It's ridiculous. So then, back to the Crackle Wars. This is never going to end. The Plastics realized that the late night side got the Crackles again because they left a wrapper in the drawer where they found them. So they were on the hunt again, and Justin was kind of like following them around like, you guys are so funny. What you doing? For sure, for sure. I already know. So they're like, Justin, you know where they're hidden. Like, tell us, give us clues or whatever. And Justin's like, I don't know. He said that he knew that they were under Shelby's bed, but now he doesn't know because Jason relocated them to the London room behind one of the cabinets. So then, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the high school party again. So then, the girls still did not find the Crackles, but they did find that bottle of Coke that Shane hid in the pillow. So they re-hid that under the bathroom sink. You got Shane and Justin looking for that. Eventually the whole late night crew is looking for it. You got the girls still looking for the Crackles. It's mayhem. So tonight they will have the first safety ceremony. Should be exciting, I guess. I don't know. The second one is always better because then you find out who's actually nominated. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.